Yo, welcome to this edition of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong. I'm with my brothers Damon and Jaquari Armstrong. Our special guest tonight, Eric Harris. We go way back with this brother, you know what I'm saying, in our formative teenage years. So we was looking forward to having this guy on, you know what I mean? And also, I want y'all to know, I'm looking at the camera, we already discussed, we don't give up no secrets, wives. So we're going to go ahead. All right? Hey, Jaquari, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Trying to beat the heat. It's 170 degrees outside and shit, and ain't no wind blowing. I walk outside, go to the mailbox. I feel like a goddamn field hand, man. It's hot out
You ain't start singing hymnals and shit, did you, dog?
there. Good Lord, I sure did. Why not?
All right, Damon, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. I had my grandbaby today, man, and represent. Y'all see it, and gave me my dose of energy. I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
Cool, man. Cool. Man of the hour, Eric Harris, how you doing today, brother?
What up, bro?
What up? What up?
Cool,
How y'all doing, man? I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to be on the show.
Cool. Look, we're glad to have you, man. We look forward to this.
Absolutely.
We definitely look forward to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey, he the only brother that make me nervous, man. So I'm a.
look,
I just threw that out.
Look, he know it all. You know, because we was young, dumb, and full of something. You know what I mean? So you good, Eric? You said you got off work. You had a good work day, dog.
Say that again, bro.
I said you good. You had a good work day.
Oh yeah, ain't work too hard.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Cool, man. Well, listen. What we need you to do, brother, is talk to us about how. Talk to us about you. You know what I mean? Because see, I'm excited for the simple fact that we know you. You know what I'm saying? Look. Me and Damon was little youngins when the three of us was together. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we grew together.
Give the audience some of what you want them to know about you.
Harris, I was born in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Proud of this. Left Ypsilanti when I was 17. There. 17.
I'm sorry, brother. You're breaking up. We only hear every other word.
Right. So it ain't just me.
Good. Hello.
Now we hear you.
Okay. Born and raised in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Mother Jimmy and Mary Harris. Reverend T.C. Duckworth. Grandma Juanita Duckworth. They spent most of their life with my grandparents until I was 8 to stay at home. Stayed around these. Okay, you hear me now? I'm still going in and out.
You still going in and out on my end, man.
You too, Keith?
Yeah, man.
This any better?
I don't know, bro, because look, I ain't savvy when it comes to the multimedia phone shit though. So I'm just trying to see exactly what the problem might be. If you bring it closer, I'm not sure.
Give me a got it.
Okay. All right, well look. While Eric is gone, and look, this is where you you give motherfuckers homework. And, and look, and they do C plus studying in the homework. You feel what I'm saying? But as I was saying, that like with me, Eric, and Fluke, we was always together. We always wild out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And me and Damon was always with Eric throughout high school. You know what I'm saying? All right, try it now, brother.
All right, can you get me now?
Oh yeah,
no.
Oh
no!
Yeah, you sound clearer than I do. What you do, man? What's your secret?
Oh, bruh.
All right, well, go ahead. All right, go ahead and start over, Eric.
All right. Eric Harris, born and raised in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Father, Jimmy L. Harris and Mary Harris. Grandparents, Reverend T.C. Duckworth, Juanita Duckworth. I'm a Peking kid because my grandparents raised me most of the time until I was old enough to stay at home by myself. Then I moved down to 320 West Ainsworth, spent the rest of my career down in there until I joined the military. Okay. Went to Perry School, then caught up in the busing situation and went to Artis. Left Artis, went to East Middle School.
Artis?
Then the Ypsi High School. Yeah, you don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, you went to Edmondson, didn't you? Fluke. Didn't you go to Edmondson?
Man, I went to all 7 of them, man.
it
I was everywhere.
It wasn't because of your behavior, was it?
No, man. I went to every last one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, you and I, me, you, and Damon, we 60s children. So, can you give us an idea what it is? Because, see, I always tell people all the time, the people in our generation, our ages, we overlap everything. You know what I'm saying? Because we grew up in the 70s, little youngins, right? Then the 80s came, and then, every explosion came, crack, hip-hop, the whole nine. And then the 90s, we was in our 30s. You see what I'm saying? So give us an idea of what you feel your journey was.
Well, let's see here. My journey, I think my journey was to make it out of Ypsilanti. And really to get away, and I thought I was coming back. I thought I was coming back with a wife and kids in the car and live in Ypsi the rest of the time, but God didn't see it that way, so here we are in Missouri.
Okay.
So, Ypsi was an experience. Everybody say Detroit, but I think Ypsi had it going on more than Detroit.
In some ways, it did.
That's because it was in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It was in the middle of it. It's only 30 minutes away. You know what I mean? So that's understandable. You know what I mean? Because, see, here's the thing with us, Jaquari had a little, because he's 8 years younger than us. So a lot of his elementary years was spent in Ypsi. Damon and myself, we was in Detroit, and then next thing you know, transitioning into middle school, we're in Ypsi for that whole time, and then high school. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
look, let me tell you something, and this is just my opinion about it, is a lot of times people try to form who they are from where they're from, instead of being who they are where they're at. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, if you're a good dude, if you're a good woman, if you one of these joints, makes no difference where you grow up at. It's about who you are.
Right.
So Damon, Jaquari, do you have any questions to ask Eric?
Nah, go ahead, fool.
Well, here's the thing, man. When I think back, man, when I think in retrospect, man, how we grew up, it was really that prototypical life where there was a neighborhood and a community. You know what I'm saying? And you had cats that were older than us, that some that was misleading us in wrong directions, with some that was on point with it. And and I'm speaking strictly of Ainsworth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
We was on the south side, but we was Ainsworth. We represented our own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was
We represented our own shit. And what was special about it was you walk through that neighborhood, and all the elders knew who the hell you were, man. And they knew your parents. You know what I'm saying? And they communicated with your parents, man. You know what I'm saying? If they saw anything, you know what I'm saying, going on that was wrong or whatever, by the time your ass got home, you know you was dimed out like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And you had to explain that. And I think, man, growing the time that me and Keith, because Jacory was just a baby, he was just born, but growing up in that time when me and Keith was living in Detroit, man, it was like one or two families, man, that we fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That we was able to, you know, deal with. But most of the time, man, we was relegated to like one neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But when we got to Ypsi, you talking about freedom, man.
Oh yeah.
You talking about freedom, being able to just, you know, get out and walk and just experience life, man. I think that's what Ainsworth, living in Ainsworth, I think that's what it gave me personally, man. And then you had the elders there too, like looking like, okay, well, we watching you. You know what I'm saying? And that was a different experience for me, man. I don't know about you, Keith, but it was a different experience for me, man. To have that, you know, and plus I could. Go ahead.
Let me say this, and what Damon just said, I 100% agree with. But understand, we're not saying Ypsi was better than Detroit or Ypsi had this more. No, this is what our experience was as we grew older, because when we moved to Ypsi, even though Ypsi had its bad parts, we were able to breathe and grow. You see what I'm saying? Back in Detroit, in the crib, you wasn't able to do that in a lot of areas, because at the time it was a big metropolitan city. You feel me? That's what it was. You know, our dad went to Ford Motor Company every day. That's what we was. People from Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas. That's what we did. You know what I'm saying? That's what our quote unquote our ancestors did. Went to that Ford plant, that Chrysler plant, that Dodge plant, you know what I'm saying? And did what it was. But let me just say this real quick. Anthony Wafer sent a shout out to everybody, man. What up, brother? How you feel?
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
All right. Long time, man. Long time. Jacory, did you have something to say?
No, I was gonna say, I mean, as restrictive as you guys always say Detroit was, man, you gotta understand that you know, that whatever trauma Ma had experienced in Detroit while y'all was growing up or whatever, when we moved to Ypsi, she put the clamps down on me, man. So shit, Ainsworth was my world until I went to fucking Fletcher Elementary School. And just like you say, you went to the 7 goddamn elementary schools that was around walking distance in our neighborhood, Fluke. That shit was, Fletcher was all the way across the goddamn town, man. You know, I didn't know what the fuck was going on over there, man. It was like I was a goddamn African, man, and I was in San Francisco somewhere, man. It was different. It was different, man. You know, and
what'd you say? All you knew was Ghana. All you knew was Ghana, but you all in San Francisco some fucking way. Huh?
Yeah. Hey, so you know, I had to learn an entire different language in some situations, man. You know, I remember a traumatic ass experience I had in the lunchroom, man, and It was the first grade. I think it was the first grade, man. I didn't know. And it was lunchtime, right? And I ain't had nobody give me no lunch money, no goddamn lunch tickets or nothing like that. So I went up, got a goddamn line. Everybody was eating, so I was like, well, shit, maybe this ain't as bad as I thought it was. And the little lunch lady fronted me off, man. I'm a little bitty boy and shit. She like, where your money? You can't pay for this. But yeah. And she took the plate out of my hand. I was like,
Oh,
I'm like, I don't get to eat today.
Hey, Jaquan, when she took that plate for me, I said, shoot, took that plate for me. I'd have bit off a couple of pieces of some of that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't get a chance to, man. But
She'd have had to throw that plate away.
After I stopped hysterically crying and shit, I told myself I ain't never coming back to this motherfucker. Fuck this shit.
What you say? Fuck them all. Fuck them all.
Fuck y'all. I ain't never coming back.
What you say? A brother can't eat? Is that what you're saying?
I'm like, all I remember hearing myself say is, but I'm hungry. She ain't give a fuck. She ain't give a fuck. And I didn't eat nothing either. She stood over that shit.
Hey, Eric, we're gonna come back to you, brother.
yeah.
So, what I want you to do, you mentioned your grandfather being a pastor, a well-known pastor on the South Side. Now, this is real deal shit right here. So, give us a little background about that. We joked about one experience we had with you when we were teenagers, but just being a PK to your, as far as your grandfather's concerned, expand on that, because I know people need to hear that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've been in church ever since I was probably 2-3 years old that I can remember. And I remember anytime the church opened, we had to be there. I remember wearing suits and the little not the Kango, but the little Godfather hat and everything. They dress you just like granddaddy dress. Mm-hmm. So I did all that. Went to had all time revivals. Everybody outside playing football and jumping. I got to go in the house and get ready for church. I used to. Well, I ain't gonna tell no lie. I used to hate that. All y'all out there still kicking it. I got to go take a break.
Yeah. But look, I think there's just a little comment on it. What it did was, and I've always, the three of us always talking about planting seeds. It planted seeds in you and gave you your foundation. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And that's what it was, because the Duckworths had a name that rang out in Ipsy. So, that was real. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you stepped up to your responsibility, because when we was in high school, when you was wilding out, quote unquote wilding out, you still stopped everything to go to your obligation at the church. And I always admired that.
Yeah, no matter how long we hung out, I was at church Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no doubt.
Two-part question, man. In your younger years, man, did you ever have any aspirations to the pulpit? Did you ever feel the calling?
Not too many people know this, Spoke. I'm gonna let you know it. My grandfather first started out in his basement, and I thought I was gonna be a preacher. I was down in that joker, and I got up to that podium, and I called myself preaching.
Oh Lord!
I'm kind of mad. I missed that.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. I was like, God loves everybody. That podium fell over on top of me. I didn't do that no more. But that was just as a child. But as I grew, I never felt that God put a calling. He put His calling on me. There's many as are chosen, but it's only a few has been called.
That's real.
So, and I done had preachers tell me, hey man, God told me you gonna preach. But I'm like, well, God can talk to me like He talked to you.
Yeah.
That's real.
When God talked to me, then I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But God, He didn't put that in it. Now I have gave guidance, and stuff like that. And then being the 32nd, I'm a teacher already. So
Gotcha. You and Jaquari got some things in common. But
that's why I shot that to him.
Hey man, look, I don't know. Look, I don't. If a pulpit fell on me, I don't even know if I even step foot in church anymore. That's like, God is trying to tell you something.
If that
That's a moment right there, boy. That's a moment right there, though. I mean, because it could have either turned you off, man, or reinforced what you had going on.
That's
I mean,
real.
but it don't
Yeah.
seem like
That's
it
real,
did
look.
that. It seemed like it kind of put things into perspective for you.
No.
I believe it told me you don't be playing with God.
Look, let me tell you the crazy thing is the real ones were reversed.
Yeah.
They're reversing on the devil. They're like,
Yeah.
you see what Satan is doing to me right now.
Yeah.
Somebody come and get this
Trying to
off.
stifle me. Trying to. The second part of the question, man, was there? I mean, like as far as family business, man, did anybody else in your family ever try to encourage you to take those steps?
I don't know if it was nobody really encouraged me to preach. They just tell me, things happen in its own timing. They ensured that I read the Bible. They ensured I learned all the books of the Bible. I mean, they ensured that you went to Bible study. You went to Sunday school every Sunday. You taught Sunday school. You sang in the choir. I mean, I was the president of the choir. I was the usher at the church. I was a junior deacon. I have been ordained as a deacon since I've been here in Missouri.
That's real. That's real.
So with all the work and everything, it actually was a family business.
No, me and Eric been communicating back and
church
forth.
is a business.
Listen, but the thing about it is, those seeds that was planted in Eric, he always gravitated back to it. You know what he just said. He became a deacon in his church in Missouri. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Because if you hear the good word, in which we all know and understand, the word is, in my opinion, is the most important thing, because it is the relationship that you have. You know what I mean? When you interpret it, you have the relationship with God. That's the word. You know what I'm saying? Because a preacher told me, I'm gonna tell you something, honestly, just because of a point of reference. I was baptized at 24 years old, right? And the reason why was the girlfriend I had at the time. She was good friends with the pastor's daughter. Valerie, and God bless her soul. Valerie, and so we used to eat dinner, Sunday dinners over there, and it was a vibe. It was a beautiful vibe, right? And I've never been like, yo, I'm avoiding church because I don't want this, I don't want that. No, I didn't understand the responsibility of it. So the pastor sat me down one day. I was still at Pitt. He sat me down, he said, listen, the thing about it is, you think it's an instantaneous change when you want to get baptized, you give yourself to God. He said, no, it's gradual. It's what it is. It's a change in you. And the only reason why I'm sharing this with everybody, because I really and truly have proof of that. Because one day, and me and the young lady were still together, but she had moved out of town. I went to church. I found myself going to church at 23, 24 years old. Got up on a Sunday and rode 3 buses to get to church. And I'm like, and the night before, you know what I was doing? I was OE drinking, this, that, and other, but I got up, had the energy. So one day I'm sitting in church that Sunday, and you know how they called folks to the altar. I'm standing there. No, I didn't get hit like boom. I'm like, oh, none of that. None of that. But I'm sitting up there talking to myself, but not realizing that I'm not actually talking to myself. I'm being talked to. Like, yo, what's going on up there, man? You know, it's a baptism. Get the schedule. Just go. What is it hurting you? How is it harming you not to go? Right? So as soon as I stepped in that aisle, and like I said, the pastor and the mother of the church were good people. You know what I mean? I had a great relationship with them. And as soon as I stepped in the aisle and started walking up, the mother of the church, she fell out and went in convulsions. And I'm like, oh, what's going on?
That blew your mind, didn't it?
It did. It did. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to draw this out. I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, my
Because
God.
you know how afterwards you sign your name, you get the date and all that to come back. She walked up to me because I was going to eat dinner with them that Sunday anyway, right? She walked up to me. She said, Keith, do you know why that happened to me?
Damn.
I looked at her. I'm like, no, what? She said, at that exact moment, I prayed that you did that. Right? I was like, wow. So I started to really just sit down and talk to the pastor, have a conversation. And he said to me, it's nothing instantaneous. He said, if anyone, it's rare that anyone instantaneously become this. He said, listen, he said, God forbid me, but when I say this to you, Keith, if you see somebody who becomes a holy roller instantly, they fake it because it's a process. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to share with that because, like I said, the line of questioning with Eric, because that's important because, you know, especially me and Damon, we saw that you were pretty much dedicated to it. You feel me? And look, and me personally, I appreciated it. I really did. You know, because it was a good example of somebody standing on what they believe. You know what I mean? You know.
Well, we still live now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the point in it, man. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
So this is for the floor. This question is for the floor, but we're gonna give it to you first, Eric. Unless it's too unless it's too intimidated for your ass. But
Because we ain't been doing nothing but talking about you this whole time.
I
You
noticed
doing
that.
fine, bro. You doing fine, bro. You
But
doing fine.
Eric,
Hey, thanks,
What
bro.
did
Ain't no punk here.
look. First of all, what did I say to you last night? I said this is for you.
Yes, you did.
It's for you, not for anybody else. It's for you. So this is why I'm asking. But this is for all four of us. The question is, what advice did you give your children when they started making their way throughout this world? You know, as far as college choices, jobs, marriage, babies, the whole nine.
All right, let me throw this in there because I didn't talk about my family at all. I left Ipsy in '82, July '82.
I'll be looking out for you, boy.
Yeah, I joined the army, went overseas, went to Germany my first tour. No, I was 17, like I told you. Came back from Germany. You know, Germany at 17 was a party. So, you know, when I got there, it was 18. And left there and went to Texas. Went down there and in Texas, met my wife. Got married in '85. We've been married ever since. So I've been married 37 years. I got 2 children, a girl and a boy. My girl is 35. My boy is turning 34 in August. My son is the youngest. My son is a highway patrolman in Columbia, Missouri. My daughter works for the Missouri Department of Transportation. She in charge of all their property. Now back to what you were saying, and how do I instill in them? You know, I never hid anything from my kids. My kids came up, I told them everything I have ever done. I never left nothing out. From running to drinking to smoking to everything. I didn't want it to be no surprise to them, you know, because I already done it. You ain't got to try it because I done it already. I'm telling you, this is not what you want. No, and then I think my kids turned out very well. I mean, as far as I know, ain't none of them ever smoked a joint. As far as I know, I know they don't taste the alcohol, but we was tasting alcohol when we was 13, 14 years old.
You right about that.
So, you know. But I mean, God has blessed us, man. I mean, I have had a very good life. No, I ain't never had to go get my kids out of jail. I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't never even had to give them money. When they get grown, they ain't asked for nothing. Both of them went to college, and they ain't come back. We always going to them. So, you know, for a while they was just me, the old lady, and the dog. And he gave up the ghost in January, so just me and the old lady
now. No doubt. All right, well, Damon. Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
I did 14 years in the military, and I was a track and wheel vehicle mechanic. For those that don't know, it's a tank mechanic, tank and trucks. I got out the military. I worked on cars, worked on trucks, worked from Toyota to Carlin Dodge to the trash company to Kenworth. Now I'm back. 2011, I started my own business. So I started a lawn care service, and I've been doing that plus working as a diesel technician on military base here at Fort Leonard Wood. Got 4 years left to work, and then I'm good.
Okay. And look. Before we move on, talk about your lawn care. Give them the name. If you want to give them the number, give them the number.
All right, let me get a shout out to, well, if you're in Missouri, around the Fort Leonard Wood area, it's Harris Lawn Care, LLC. Website is HNHLawns.com. We do from seeding to cutting grass to pressure washing to snow removal. And when I say we, I mean me. Can't find nobody to keep working. Can't find no good work.
That's real. Okay. Who we got up next? Between you two, man, who's gonna go first?
Yeah. Well, I told mine, man, you know, a couple of things, you know, as far as when she started working, as far as when she went away to college, I told her, you know, to don't do nothing to nobody that ain't none of you first. And what I mean by that is when you meet somebody, you make sure they show you the proper respect. You know, you make sure they have an acute understanding of who you are and what you are willing to accept. That was the first thing I told her. When she started working, I told her, she you know, because she's a teacher, you know, so this advice probably didn't apply as much because she didn't really use it back. But I told her, you know, whenever you start whatever job you work, you know, you're probably gonna start at the bottom. So make sure you become proficient at the hard shit, and the easy shit to come natural to you.
That's real.
That was it.
Okay, Damon.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, man, hearing, you know, for me, as far as my 3 kids are concerned, man, for me, it was just an everyday thing that I did. It was just like routine, and it was life. You know what I'm saying? But my oldest daughter, she graduated from Central Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Went to college since junior high. Got into Central Michigan, had all these credits and all that shit, and You know, graduated from Central and met a husband at Central. They married. My first grandbaby. Live here in Albion. They're doing well. You know what I'm saying? And he's a good man. You know what I'm saying? Love him to death. Good guy. And he takes care of my grandbaby and my daughter, and I appreciate him for that. My middle daughter, Mo, she was going to college since junior high, and she went to Albion College, graduated there, so now she's at Michigan, and she'll finish up with a master's degree in December. She got a good man. They take care of each other, living well, you know, looking forward for the future. And my son, he's at Albion College now. He graduates in May. You know, so as far as my kids are concerned, man, the one thing that I did, me and my wife did, man, was to make sure that they understand, that they understood that when it comes to their life, be it, you know, whatever mistakes they make, whatever things they tried and pass or fail or whatever, that was they were supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they can learn their path. You know what I'm saying? If you don't make mistakes, how you gonna know how to make adjustments in your life moving forward? You know, so I was that guy, man, who was like you know, they talk about their experiences and all the things they were going through or whatever. I was that guy who always asked the question, well, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? How does that fit into your program and your life? You know what I'm saying? Do it apply? If it applied, then you use it, figure out how to make it work for you. And if it don't, then you gotta discard it. So that was pretty much, you know, how I went about things. And that's not to mention all the trials and tribulations that happen in between. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In terms of relationships and failed friendships and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you put them on the path of self-identification, you know what I'm saying, and learn from experience, then they pretty much realize they have a choice to make. You know what I'm saying? And I never decided. I never influenced it anyway. I let them decide it, you know, in their own way, in their own time. So that's pretty much how I did it.
Okay.
Me and my wife did it.
Okay. All right. Well, look. Before I give my answer, I want to acknowledge the comments. Right, Wafer. You know, Wafer early on when we was talking about, he said in the day we had family and bond, and we all were like brothers. And the youngsters today, they crazy. I get it. I understand. You know what I'm
They
saying?
thought we was crazy.
Yeah, they thought we was crazy.
In a lot of ways we was, man.
Yeah. No doubt, because you know what? We had to find our identity.
That's right.
So, when we was talking,
I went crazy. I went crazy. I was different.
Different as a
I wasn't crazy.
motherfucker.
So you was politically correct then, right?
I was just different.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. And Keith Barnes, what up, Keith? Past guest, Keith Barnes, right? When we were speaking on the baptism, right? You know, I don't appreciate you throwing this shot at me, but he said, Keith, you did a dip while still chasing the slip.
I mean, that biblical change, man. The biblical change, man, it definitely ain't something that's gonna happen overnight, man. I mean,
No, it's not.
You know,
It's not.
It take years for change like that to happen sometimes, man.
No doubt.
You know, the miracle, man, is within the question. What if it doesn't? What if you are, you know, what if you are moved, you know, to the depths of your spirit, man, you know, to serve the way the Bible describes for you to serve. You know, that being said, man, I mean, you know, anytime we sat a person down who was going through some turmoil, man, and we didn't solve the problem, but we gave that ear, you know, and maybe a little good advice, man. That was a point that we were ordained right there.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's a preacher. You know, we just don't have the letters
Many-
to back it
Many
up.
are called, and only a few are chosen.
I mean, look, and it's like this, man. What I've always believed, and this is just my personal journey. And look, I'm gonna tell you, Jaquari and Damon, our father told me this. He always said to me, he said, Keith, listen to what everybody says to you, even the people that you know that hate you. He said their job is to tear you down. So if they have a critique about you, there's some truth in it. It might be an exaggerated truth, right? But there's something there that you can learn from. He used to say that to me all the time, man. He used to say it to him all the time. And as I got older, I started to understand it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, okay, let's just do this, because we got 4 brothers on here who speak hard truths, but also is able to articulate something. I'm going to step out of this, but I want the 3 of you to answer this question. Youngins, right? Because you got to think about it. When we was growing up, we were treated the same way that these young guys are getting treated today, right? Being alienated. You mean? And I'm not making excuses for this horrible behavior where these guys can't fight and they want to pull the trigger. But my point is, if you have a young man that comes to you and asks for advice and a comforting ear and a comforting approach to their life, what do you think you can offer to them? So we'll start with Damon first, then Eric, and then Jaquari.
What I could offer is an opportunity for somebody to listen to what they're saying, man, without offering any type of advice or anything, but just to listen. You know what I'm saying? And once they convey what it is that they feel that they needed to convey to me, then I lead with, well, can I make a suggestion? You know what I'm saying? And right there, you know, a certain amount of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel respected. They feel that, damn, okay, he asked me if he can ask a question. Then that means that this person feels that what I'm saying is important. You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, then you continue to listen. You know what I'm saying? And when you're able to interject something, you interject a question. You know what I'm saying? To invoke some type of you know what I'm saying? I'm basically saying to get them to think through the issue. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, when you go to a psychologist, you know what I'm saying, and you sitting there talking, they don't give you the answer. They you know, they talk you into coming up with the answer. Because it's there in you. It's there. You know what I'm saying? But what prevents it is that true evil in the world that tries to convince you that you aren't who you are, that you don't have purpose. You know what I'm saying? So you're questioning everything when the answer is there in you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I usually, you know, pay attention, and I challenge a little bit without being offensive. I challenge a little bit, but I wait for a response. You know what I'm saying? I wait for a response so I can move forward. Because, you know, the only way my personal belief, the only way you can help somebody in life, man, is through your examples, man.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? It's through your examples. Because when you're talking at somebody, they really ain't trying to hear you, man. Not unless they feel you have this connection with a spiritual higher power. You know what I'm saying? That you don't have a connection to. And that's the disconnect, because everybody has that connection. We just don't think, nobody, we just was never convinced of it. But if you have a spirit, you have a connection. If you have a soul, you have a connection. So y'all got me speaking in these religious terms and all that stuff. I ain't think about going in this direction, man.
Hey man, stop me,
Lord
please.
have mercy, man. Cause I can go there now.
Well, let's go.
All right, man.
All right, hey, Eric, you up next, man. You up next, bro.
Well, I'm gonna try to keep it short because first off, if the person that came to me to talk, they already gave me respect. They don't respect me because they feel that they can talk to me. Now, if the person have a problem, you don't know the problem if you can't listen to the problem. So, as Fluky said, you have to be able to listen. So once you can analyze what they're saying, then, I mean, me personally, what I normally do is I try to relate to myself and walk them through. I mean, because I think I done pretty much did some of everything. So I done been in pretty much some of all situations, good and bad. So I think I just try to lead them in the right path. I mean, I really ain't a good answer for this because I had to have the problem in front of me. I had to see what the problem is. And I can only tell you what I would do. I can't give you the solution without knowing the problem.
No doubt. But a lot of times we don't need to have the solution.
Well,
what we need to do is work through it.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to give them steps in order for them to move to. That's the reason why they talking to you, because they can't figure the steps out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all discovery, though, right?
Yeah. You got to pay attention and know what is happening.
Yeah, and also you have to be in a good place yourself to really just understand it.
You can't.
Go ahead, Eric.
You can't tell nobody nothing if you ain't been through nothing.
Yeah, I feel that. That's real. So I don't disagree with you, right? But you can experience the energy of it and give your opinion. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, that's all. Because like I said, I don't disagree with you because I've always been like that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I'm like, yo, that's some crazy shit. I don't know. I've never been through that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm not saying you had to been through what they been.
Yeah.
But you had to went through something in order to help somebody else go through something.
You're talking about adversity, right?
Yes. Anything.
Right.
It ain't got to be just adversity.
That makes a great preacher too. And Eric, you can speak on this. Great preachers, great pastors went through some shit for them to become great. That's my opinion. You may not agree, Eric, but that's how I feel.
All right. What's next?
Hey, Jaquari, look at you. Yeah, look, he done answered some shit now, so he's confident.
Oh man,
Eric, we got you, baby boy. We got you. Let's go, Jaquari.
I'm ready.
What you think, Jaquari?
Yeah. I mean, depending on well, you both made some very good points, man. And going last, I believe you covered the bulk of the situation or whatever, man. But I believe what I bring to situations like that, man, is I'm willing to sit there, and as my brother said, sometimes to hear yourself say certain things and to talk through things with no interruption or whatever, you solve your own problems. But what I add to that is I'll ask questions like, what exactly is your motivation for wanting to solve this problem? And do you really want to solve this problem? You got to figure out, where the importance of the situation lies for you. So let's figure out whether you getting to the bottom of this issue is even worth it to you. Do you feel? Are you addressing it out of somebody else's obligation? Do you feel like somewhere within the course of this relationship or whatever it may be? Do you feel like you dropped the ball? Or you didn't work as hard as you probably could have to push this towards a positive direction? You know, as far as trying to solve the problem, you know, I got a full plate, man. You know, it's things I'm still dealing with from when I was a little boy. Shit, I can't, you know, because I done so much wrong in the name of, you know, trying to do the right thing, trying to do good and shit. I done fucked up a whole bunch of shit in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm the last person you want to start getting advice from. But you know, if you need the ear, I got the ear. But
is it
as far as solving the problem, bro?
See,
I don't know.
That's the thing about it. You can still, to me, it's not advice, bro. It's giving your opinion to it. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you have a lot of examples,
sometimes people,
go ahead.
Dealing with, you know, sometimes depending on what the situation is, man, just that one more opinion could muddy the waters. You know, because you know, if I'm the kind of person who can articulate a bad idea in a very good way, and somebody, you know, is drawn to it because I got pretty words, then what good is it?
Yeah, which is most of the time because of ego, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Yeah,
you're absolutely correct.
That's why I said motivation. What's your
I
motivation
agree.
want to solve this problem? Because if I help you with my motivation, it still ain't gonna do you no good.
I agree, and I think what I try to do, real quickly, what I try to do is this: I don't involve myself into the situation because I look at it, what are you going through, and I give my opinion about it.
That's
but here's my thing. You're asking me my opinion. You feel me? I'm not there to solve your problem. What I'm doing is giving you the feedback that you're asking me for. That's it.
But
nothing more, nothing less.
Do you give it to them full throttle, or do you tailor it?
No.
Like
first
I said,
of all,
man,
the
worst thing that you can do is somebody's sounding board, man, is muddy those waters up, man.
And that's key. But see, the thing about it is, I'm with you, Corey, and Damon. I'm with you. I'm not gonna sit up here and listen to somebody, and then if I feel, if I have like a funky smell, and he not looking for a funky smell, I ain't gonna say, yo, this shit stink. You feel what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna do what Damon said. Yo, so how do you feel about that? I don't get it. I'm not in that position. Tell me about it. Because, like Damon said, and I always rule my life, a lot of times when you have problems, if you speak on it, you can solve your own problem. You know what I'm saying? Or you can come close to it, or come to some resolution to get rid of that anxiety that's there. You know what I mean?
Wait, here's the thing for me, man.
But hold on. Before you say anything, you know how we do with the comments, because these comments been here for a second. All right. Wafer said that you got to go through it to get to it, which is profound. You feel me? Andrea, what's going on, baby? How you doing? Cousin Lawrence, how are you, fam? I hope you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? Love you, boy. Love you, Andrea. All right, go ahead, Danny.
My point is this, man, and this is where, I'm just going to be real. When you dealing with somebody that's under the age of 35, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much speaking to them like, hey, man, learn from your mistakes and try to be a better person in the process of that. You understand what I'm saying? Learn from it. Okay, you got your head bumped over here. You know what I'm saying? Do you try to find a slick way, or do you have empathy? You know what I'm saying? Do you have empathy and you realize that, damn, man, people got hurt in this process? You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to get over, I was, whatever your mindset may be. You know what I'm saying? You go through that process when you 35 and up. And this is just my opinion. You go through that whole maturation process, that whole mental thing. You think about others empathetically, man. But when you under that age, it's about, okay, you know, it can come down to survival and shit. It can come down to ego. I mean, it's all ego, but there's different situations, man, that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you're not thinking about anybody else other than yourself when you're young, man, because what makes you think about others is age, wisdom. That's what makes you think about others. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about religion, we could talk about God, we could talk about whatever. God, what they say about God, God is mysterious. He works in mysterious ways. You feel me? God works in mysterious ways.
I think, man, you know.
So he's not gonna kick it to you the same way.
Okay.
Flo,
pause.
You all right? Flo.
Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we can hear you though. Go ahead, dog. You missed a good one, man. But go ahead. You choppy, dog. What happened? You unplugged yourself?
Can y'all see me?
Yeah.
We can see you now, dog.
Now see, like the old folks said, see, there ain't nobody but the Lord.
I think, man, no matter, I think too much emphasis is put on. People are too attached to the outcome, man. People are too attached to the outcome, no matter what the situation. They try to control the outcome from the start line. You can't do that. You know, every life lesson is purposely built within the journey to the goal. You know, if you can convince a person to not put as much emphasis on the goal and just put a shoulder on it and concentrate on the work, that's where the character is going to be built, and that's where the problem is going to be solved.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, you know, y'all heard me say this 1,000 times, man. What I say, God's biggest miracle was what? You got 7 billion people on this planet. You know what I'm saying? We all go through and have similar experiences, but the outcome is always different, and it caters to that individual person. You see what I'm saying? So in reality, you absolutely have to go through the process, man, and come out on the other side. And on the other side is where you're gonna be judged at. What decision do you make?
No doubt. All right, well, look. Final question, Eric, is actually something that you heard already.
Okay.
And basically what this is this. Tell us about you, how you feel about, you know, your upbringing. And look, you don't have to go into detail, but tell us about how you feel about your upbringing. You know what I mean? Encompass everything, because what did I tell you last night? I told you last night that I was going to ask you this twice.
Now, yeah, you did.
Now, you can answer it the same way you answered it in the beginning, but we've went through a plethora. I said that right, didn't I, Jaquari? Eric, I said that shit right?
You know, I'm listening.
Hey, everybody, I said that shit because they checked me on the word that I used last night. You know what I mean? It made me
put it on Facebook. Let's ask them.
No. I told you I agreed, but it was in the spirit of how I used the word. But tell us about you, man. Encompass the military, being your father being the pastor that he was, your mom, your dad, everybody. You know what I mean? Go ahead and, you know, if you don't have anything different, that's cool. But just answer that question for us.
Okay, I was raised as the only child. I didn't say anything about that. I don't think I was treated as the only child. My old man didn't believe in that. He had a bunch of sisters and brothers. He didn't believe in that at all. You had to work for what you wanted or what you was gonna get. My parents were the type of parents that they was like, if a person put their hands on you, then you need to put your hands on them. If you don't, when you come up in the house plan, then I'm putting my hands on you. So, and that's the way I was raised. Now, that was down on West Ainsworth. I go up there on Hart Place. So, if somebody hit you, you just walk away and leave them alone. So, I mean, that was a hard battle to try to fight, because you get whooped up on Hart Place for not fighting. You come home, you get whooped because you didn't fight.
First of all, that's your grandfather speaking on Hart Place.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a battle the way. And shoot, I didn't really have a lot to do until I met y'all. I got outside playing by myself.
Hey, shout out to Austin Ray.
That's my dog.
That was one of our original boys right there. Shout out to you, Austin.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else? I mean, talk about the military, talk about the wife, the family. Yo, you can't. Yo, look.
I met my wife when I first got to Fort Hood, Texas.
But hold on.
My wife named.
Hold up, Eric. Talk about her personality, because we want everybody to know. Because I know she's watching, so yeah. My
wife's personality is good. I mean,
and point blank, that's it.
She the best. She the best, and I love her. And there was no other woman before her.
That's my friend, man. That's my running partner. She
no doubt.
She got my back no matter what I do.
That's a good feeling,
when I tell you no matter what I do, I mean no matter what I do. We was in Germany playing basketball, man. I don't have to tell you this. I was playing for this team.
I remember this.
For the post team. That's like the city team. And we was playing this other city that came down, and homeboy pulled up for a 3-pointer, and I caught this shit in the air. I caught this stuff in the air. I mean, when I took it out there, I took it and kicked it at the same time. Mm-hmm. Homeboy swooped me up, put me on my back. I was already out of the military. So I bench pressed this brother up and rolled him. And I got on his chest and I just held it. I said, dog, you don't really want to do this. I'm telling you don't want to do this. Well, at that time, everybody came and snatched me off of him. So as they pulling me off, I see this street come by. Now, my old lady and them had just come from church on first Sunday, so they just finished doing communion. She in her black and white dress. All I seen was a street come by, and she all on his chest. Yeah. I looked up my son, and he done came down there, and he stomping him in the head with his Stacy. And I'm trying to get loose, because homeboy ain't regained his conscience yet. He don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, if he hit one of them, I'm going to have to kill him.
Yeah. You're about to kill him. Get over it.
Let me go so I can get him.
When I say she got my back, she got my back, dog.
No doubt.
Yeah. We've been married 37 years. But marriage is good. I mean, it's something that you have to work at. Yeah. It just don't happen overnight. It has its ups and downs. So I mean, we don't have our ups and downs like anybody else. We all human. But we're enjoying it, and I wouldn't change it for nothing, and I wouldn't do it again. So I'm putting it out there so you ain't got to ask the question.
Hey man, I got a question for you, Eric.
Shoot it, dog.
Hey man, now you say you were 17 years old, and you went to Germany, right? How was it? And excuse me, because I rarely use this word, but when I say what I'm about to say, everybody who is what I am is gonna understand what I mean. How was it being an Ipsy nigga in Germany at 17 years old?
Man, I had to make sure they. I had to make sure they know I was from the hood.
Yep.
I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Yep.
I was the skinniest. I was probably the skinniest joker there, but you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
I went over. I think I made a name for myself because I played because of ball. That's what everybody knew me. That's what they knew me for. A little young kid, blatant boy. Don't leave him open. And that was pretty much. I mean, when I got there, man, you buy Colt 45 inside in the barracks. You go over there and drop your money in the machine, pull the handle like you're getting cigarettes. Colt 45 drop out.
So y'all tore up every day.
Colt 45 and Newport's machine right there in the hallway.
There it is. There it
Walk
is.
out your room, go get it.
Look, had to feed the killers now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, it was an experience there. Spoke. I mean, guys, you couldn't speak the language. I mean, you go out there and you at the club and you whatever they say, you nod your head, but we got the universal understanding. If you know what I mean. Got it.
Yeah.
So, but it was nice. I mean, that was when I was learning the military.
Yeah.
I was straight off the street, so I didn't know nothing. When I got the basic, I thought I was going to be able to play basketball. That's what they told me. I asked the drill sergeant all the time, when we gonna play basketball? Your recruiter lied to you, son. Like, man, they told me I can play basketball. Yeah. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
No, because my mother didn't know I was going. I told her she had to sign this paper so I can go down and take a physical test. Not knowing she signed me up in the Army.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's I know deep. Y'all didn't know it.
That's deep.
Yeah. You know what, man? Because I think I asked a question, man, because we all was raised and reared in Ipsy, man. And when it was time to roll, we all rolled out. And honestly, man, for a lot of years, man, I didn't really have anything good to say about Ipsy, man. But when I think about it, it made me the solid person that I am now.
The more I seen other places, I kind of had missed Ipsy. To be honest with you. Yeah. The more I seen other places, I was like, man, shoot, we had it good at home.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, it's more or less, man. We was able to recognize, because, like I said, I always been faithful. Like when you go to school and you come from a place like Ipsy. My high school years is in Ipsy, so I wrote that down in our fucking team program, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Mm-hmm. Right? So they always knew me by, oh, you Keith Armstrong. You from Ypsilanti, huh? You from Ypsilanti.
Yeah, that's how they say it.
Yeah. Hey, look, and I wore that with pride, man. You know what I mean? Even though I could do both, but it was like, yo, when I came into my own, this is where I was. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna claim this thing. So it's funny. So
I was so strung out on home when I first asked my old lady to marry me. It was almost time for me to get out the Army. And she said, well, where you gonna work at? I said, well, it's gonna be time for me to get out, so I'm gonna go back and get a job at the plant. And then by the time you get out, you come on back there, I have everything tight. We'll be ready. She's like, I guess we ain't getting married. I was like, what do you mean? Well, I ain't saying you gotta have a job now. So I was up there, standing out there in the woods, talking about, yes, I serve my country.
It is what it is. Like, sometimes, man, we get the moments where we got to do what we don't want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was getting out in '86. I was gonna be done.
Yeah.
I thought I'm coming back home. I'm going down to GM.
Say I'm gonna get on the line at the truck pad. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no.
At the River Rouge plant. Goddamn it!
Let me tell you something. It's a good thing you listen. It's a good thing you listen to your wife, man. That's real.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, even though plants were still open in '86, you know what I mean? But it was hard. It was hard like the boulevard and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, look, just on the...
What else you want to know about me?
Look at you. He's confident now, dog.
No, I'm trying to get me out the way.
No. We good. You did. You know what I mean? My thing is some of the things you were saying, I want to hear that from Jaquari and Damon. So Eric was alluding as far as, him repping where he came from and what it made him feel like. Can you guys relate to that? We'll start with you, Jaquari.
It was when I moved to North Carolina, man. It was. I had a sense, man. Like I was running. I was running from my home, running from Ipsy, and I made every excuse, man, not to think that I could find success and stability there, which I could, but I didn't have any direction, and that wasn't Ipsy's fault. Ipsy had Ypsilanti had it instilled in me, man, a sense of old school community, man. The goddamn Black Festival, man. I talk about that, and to this day, man, and shit, I don't really remember those things, man. But it was certain things at the Black Festival that happened that made some things in my life concrete, man. About community, man. I mean, our mom, our aunties, the drill team thing. How old were they when they were still doing the drill team? I was a little boy out there watching them, do that. They was on the board they was on the planning board and all that. Jeannie on the planning board of the Black Festival and everything, man. I mean, those kind of things instilled in me, man, a certain civic pride, and I took that civic pride, and I take that civic pride everywhere I go.
No doubt.
It takes people who live in the community, man, to understand and realize that they need to invest in the community to make it what they want it to be, and that's what Ipsy gave me.
Yeah. Damon,
can I say something right quick before you
Go ahead.
Damn.
You know what? Eric is worse than us, man.
What do I manage to make it do?
I don't know what happened.
I know.
No. We know what happened. We know what happened. You fucked up. But go ahead, Paul.
I don't live in Germany twice, in Korea once. I don't lived in Colorado.
Damn.
I don't lived in Texas. Now Missouri, and I ain't never seen nothing like Ipsy Black Festival. Ain't nowhere I went.
No doubt.
Even when they represent Juneteenth, they don't even represent that good. I never. Ipsy stepped on everybody with that.
They did.
I mean, I just went to a Juneteenth this year down here at the park, and it was nothing to talk about.
No doubt.
I just wanted to throw that in when you said Black Festival, because I mean, we grew up going to the Black Festival.
The Black Festival was all about blackness, man. It was all about everything, history, the whole nine. Damon, you go ahead, brother.
No, what I would say, man, as far as the question is concerned, what the Ipsy give me, man. See, a lot of people, I didn't move that far away, so everywhere I moved, everybody knew and heard about Ipsy. But the mistake they made is they always tried to make comparisons. So I had to break the shit down to them, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking sports wise. When we were coming up, look here. What y'all average? Like 4 losses a game a year, man? The whole 4 years you was in high school?
Something like that.
Football, 2? So in football, what y'all look? The 4 years you played, we was in high school. The 4 years, Ipsy lost what? 6 games? You know what I'm saying? 6 fucking games. We was powerhouses, man. Ypsilanti, Michigan was a powerhouse in sports, and it was cats that didn't make the team was legends and shit. You know what I'm saying? They was legends. What else was we? We had the first computer lab in the country at our high school. You know what I'm saying? We was like, we was division. We was the class. Was it class AA? My point is, there was some elements that was there in Ipsy that wasn't good. But you pretty much had to seek that shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come to your doorstep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You had to seek it out. But Southside, all these Westwood, you know what I'm saying? Everybody rep they hood. But it wasn't about the gun. It was about, okay, who had the best athletes that came out this area and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was legendary, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 80s, 70s, the late 70s and 80s, who could fuck with Ipsy, man, in the state of Michigan? Man? Who could fuck with him?
Little 90s, you know what I mean? And
you know what I'm saying?
A little rebirth, you know what I mean? Where Willow Run and Ipsy blended. That was the best thing that they ever did. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's real.
So my point is this, man. But you look at it as a whole, man. It was a diverse community, and everybody pretty much prospered, man. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody that wanted to, everybody that was looking forward, even though, because back in the 80s, man, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the crack shit and all that. But damn, you know what I'm saying? Cats went to the army, cats went to college, you know what I'm saying? And did their thing and built something from it. So Ipsy, man, was a beautiful place to grow up, man.
No doubt.
It really was. It was a beautiful place to grow up, and there's a lot of success stories there, man.
No doubt. Me personally, only thing I have to say to that is everybody had their own personal journey and what they ran into and how it was done. But a lot of times it was so much positive because the 4 of us grew up in that it was more positive than negative. You know what I mean? Because we was always faced with the negative shit. So what we're going to do is, Eric, this is what's going to happen in sequence. I'm going to come to you, and I want you to give us your impression about the episode tonight. Then when you're done, Damon is Speak On It Strong, and we're going to close it on out, right? But before all of that, I want to make sure, Wafer been here for most of it, and Wafer said, once a brave is always a brave.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real fucking talk.
I mean? And he also had something to say is we had the best athletes in the state, which was real. I love. And when we talking about Detroit, we talking about Flint, we talking about all of that.
Hey,
look, my Detroit, Flint, Western Michigan, Brethren, the whole 9. I'm talking about as a whole, not like individual, because there was some fucking dogs individually, but as a group, I don't know, we kind of edge y'all out a little bit.
Hey Keith, where did the PSL champions play their next round at? What gym did they play in?
Chrysler. Oh, you talking about?
No, they played at MC High, bro.
And look,
That's where Southwestern came in, and all that. That's where they came in.
The majority of the time, they got stopped right there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I put that, Eric, I put our senior year on my shoulders. I was too caught up on the bullshit.
And Keith, and once they got past us, they started mopping their motherfucking butt.
They did. All right, Eric.
They started mopping everybody ass up. Southwestern, woo.
Yeah. Quickly, just give us your impression of this episode and how you feel about it.
Well, I think it was a good episode. I mean, we incorporated God.
But I'm sorry, Eric.
Oh, okay.
I meant to say, fuck the episode. How you feel about this episode? You know what I'm saying? Your overall feeling. Yeah, but look, me and my brothers don't care whether or not the episode went smooth or not. I want you, how you feel about it personally.
Well, I personally think you had me talking a little bit too much about me.
That's the whole fucking point.
Hey,
Eric,
he told you that last night.
Why you think you the special guest?
He told you that last night.
I'm like, okay, I'm running out of things to tell.
No. I'm just saying.
Even with the handprint.
So you feel good then?
Yeah, I mean,
I feel good.
Yeah, I feel good about it, man.
You express yourself, you, Eric Harris, you express yourself about you.
Yeah.
That's real. You know what I mean? I get that. I get that. All right, now before we look, I'm glad. Look, me and Damon was looking forward to this shit, man, because you are a dog. You know what I'm saying?
I missed y'all brothers too.
And look, you represented the way you were supposed to represent it. All right. Now, before I get to you, Damon, our cousin Malika came on. Ipsy, her comment, I acknowledge everybody in the comments. Malika says, Ipsy being a small community that was felt like it was an extended community. Although many of us have gone on a different paths, I hold a special place in my heart for our community and the people that made it for us. You know what I mean? But, hey, Malika, we don't care about that. We love you anyway, baby girl. It's real. You know what I mean? Do it. Hey, live your life, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with you logging in on the live. We good. You know what I'm saying? All right, Damon. Speak on it strong time. What up, brother?
Man, it's kind of personal for me, man, because, we didn't really delve into, like Eric said, he was talking about himself. When we talked about him mostly, and it kind of expanded from that.
That's the whole point. We're going.
But it was like, for me personally, man, this is the most comfortable I've been. You know what I'm saying? Doing these things. This is the most comfortable because when I look at it, man, Jacory, he was young, but me, Keith, and Eric, man, we basically grew up the fucking government, man. You know what I'm saying? And the things we done, man, I'm talking about the things we done, man, some of it was silly shit, but but most of it was life lessons, man.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most of it was life lessons, and it was like, man, it was some shit, man, we done where we, at the end of the day, we was like, damn, dog, we survived that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now y'all think about that for a minute, man. How many times, man, have we all sat back and said, damn, that was crazy, but we survived it? You know what I'm saying? That's literally what this brother Eric mean to us, mean to me and Keith and Jacory. You know what I'm saying? He was actually that guy in the mix, in the middle of that shit. And we look back on it and it was like, damn. you know. Go ahead, man.
I ain't saying nothing.
And we gonna leave it like that. You understand? We gonna leave it like that. But what I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. That bond and that, you know, we ain't seen it. Last time I seen, what was it when he was at Mama's funeral? Last time we saw each other.
That was the last time. Yeah.
Right, man. And
2008, man.
And when we talk and when we see each other, it's like we see each other every day.
Yeah. Ain't skipped a beat.
Every day. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, man, when we sit on the phone and we be talking and somebody come up with some bullshit. Keep be like, nah, man, hold on. You know what I'm saying? And we breaking it down. And the memory is so vivid, man, like it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Like it happened yesterday. And it's truly all four of us is truly brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we fucking did everything together. You know what I'm saying? And we all live in different states, which is the ironic part about it.
No doubt.
We got to do better with getting together and seeing each other more.
Yeah.
You know.
True that.
Yeah.
And we all, you know, besides Spoke, but Spoke, how many years you been with your wife?
Me?
Yeah.
37.
I'm talking about Jaquari.
Oh.
You muted, brother.
Right.
My bad. I said a bunch.
Look. Hey, Jaquari.
We'll go with that.
Hey, man,
I read, Jaquari, I read your lips. I thought you said too many.
I told her shit. I told her when we first got married, we was in Vegas. I told her I give you 20 years, good 20 years. You know, shit.
But my point of bringing that up, man. My point of bringing that up is that is a testament, man, of how we was raised and how we came up. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Because I've been with mine going on 40. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, I think I'm around 36. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, that's just the community that we grew up in. That's, you know, we are those type of men who have that type of commitment.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
In 2000, well, in 2024, it's gonna be 20.
No doubt.
Okay.
It's been a minute. So
Yes, sir.
it's been a minute for all four of us. All right, now any last words, man? Make it quick.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, how's your uncle doing, man?
He doing good, man. He got out of the hospital. He walked in the house on his own power. He been eating. I mean, well, God is good. I mean, it's just something we all gonna have to go through.
One of the coolest dude I ever seen in my life, man.
Frank Harris.
Frank.
They call him Frankie. Frank
That's
Nitty.
real. That's real. That's real. All right, any last words, man?
Hey Eric, man, it was wonderful to talk to you, man. To see your voice, hear your voice, see your face, brother. You know, I look forward to having you on again. You know, everybody in the audience, everybody who can hear and see us, man, like and subscribe, man, and just understand that we ain't come this far to come this far.
That's real. That's real. Damon.
Hey, man, I'm just gonna bask in my potential, man. You know, do what I do, and hope God bless me another day.
That's real. Eric, what you got, bro?
And I really enjoyed seeing y'all and talking with y'all. I mean, I enjoyed being on the show. I enjoyed more talking to you yesterday.
All right, that was crazy.
Yeah, I think we was on the phone for 3-4 hours. I'm trying to figure out what the hell was really going on.
Look,
that's half the work day.
Listen. That's why this shit went as smooth as it did. Though. So
Hey, Keith, Egg, what did Corey do yesterday? He wake up talking about, man, we still on the motherfucking shit, man.
You motherfuckers are still here?
Jaquari took a nap so long during the conversation. He was like, God damn, where we at? All right, well, look.
Oh man.
We get ready to let this episode come to an end. Now, Jaquari mentioned it earlier. I usually mention it in the beginning of the episode, but I was too excited. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, Strong Perspective Podcast. Like and subscribe every video. Take 5 minutes just to do it, because you're going to throw us into the algorithm that we need to be in, because everyday people need to hear us with our everyday conversation. You know what I'm saying? I hope Eric understands that he's going to be thinking differently about himself and about how strong his life has been through our conversation. All right? Hey, guys, stay on. Once we got to get out this live, right? But I'm Keith Armstrong. I'm here with anybody. Come on.
Spoke.
Eat.
I knew you was going. Hey, look here. Hey, do we tell the story?
He the number one.
He the number two.
All right, people. We're going to see y'all next week. We got some dynamic people coming just like Eric, baby. Peace.
Peace. Goddamn, bro. I thought you was going to do that sooner than that.
Hold on.